All right, now let's start talking about how attraction really works. Because, you see, your misunderstanding of attraction has actually warped your mind into making the attraction of women a lot harder than it really is, because you think they're attracted to something that they really aren't attracted to. So the problem here is that there's a deep asymmetry within how men and women are attracted to each other. Us men, we're extremely visual, and really what we're attracted to is physical beauty. This is just the truth. It's a bit brutal, but it's the truth. And so we want the hottest, most beautiful women as guys. And then we tend to assume that women look at men in the same way. They want the hottest, hunkiest, most handsomest, beautiful men too. But this is actually a mistake, because what you have to understand is that there's an asymmetry between the masculine and the feminine and what it needs to survive. So really this goes to the heart of survival. So why are you mating or relating with the opposite sex at all? You got to think about this. And you got to think about it a bit from like the survival evolutionary perspective, right? Like, what is the man's function and what is the woman's function? Biology and evolution has differentiated us and has given us different functions. The man's function, classically speaking, I mean, this is just a stereotype, but the man's function is classically to be the hunter, the provider, the defender, the leader, the protector of the woman and her children. The woman's function is to, of course, give birth to the children, take care of the children, and to have the kind of nurturing energy that is necessary to love those children so that they grow up to be healthy adults. That's the fundamental division of labor that hundreds of thousands of years ago evolution has decided that we're going to have. And it's rather a beautiful division of labor, if you think about it. But also, to play these two different roles, you need different strengths. But the strengths come with various weaknesses. So for example, what is the strength of the man? What is the function of the man in this situation? The man's function is to be a good provider, to be a good leader, to be confident, to be decisive, because a leader needs to be decisive, and to have a position in the tribe. Because the higher your position in the tribe, the more status you have in the tribe, the easier it is for you to survive, because it's easier to survive in a collective than it is as an individual. So that's what the man provides. The man also provides physical strength that the woman lacks in order to raise children. The woman provides more of like the motherly qualities. She's not as physically strong. She can easily be dominated or raped by other men in the tribe or from outside tribes. She's not very good at warfare. She's not very interested in warfare. But what she's really good at is she's good at social skills. She's good at being social. She's good at people skills. She's good at being compassionate, nurturing, motherly, loving, and she cares about raising the children, taking care of the children, all that stuff, right? She's good at that. So that's the feminine versus the masculine. Now, what the masculine wants is that which the masculine is lacking. See, the masculine is not lacking in assertiveness, confidence, strength, status. Therefore, the masculine isn't looking for that in the woman. The masculine is lacking the beauty and the femininity and that feminine energy of the woman. That's what the masculine wants, that nurturing, loving, motherly energy. Because it's lacking that. Men are oftentimes lacking in empathy and compassion and love. So they want that from the woman. Therefore, they're looking for the most beautiful, the most feminine woman. Now, what does the woman want from the man? Does she need the same thing? Does she need beauty from the man? Is that what she needs the man for? No. For the woman's survival, she doesn't need beauty from him. What she needs from him is she needs leadership. She needs status. She needs strength. She needs assertiveness. She needs confidence. You see? This is actually great news for you men, because it's a lot easier to develop leadership qualities and confidence and assertiveness and strength than it is to change your physical appearance. Now, of course, if she's presented with all of those qualities and very handsome features, physical features, great. Of course, she'll take it. But rarely do you get everything you want in a potential mate. Usually you have to settle for things. You don't get everything. You don't get the perfect 10. And so if she has to settle for something, she's going to settle for those things which are highest priority, which means the things she needs the most to survive, her and her offspring, which is something more akin to leadership and to strength than it is towards, a handsome face, for example. So men and women need opposite and different things from each other. And it's actually worse for women, because for a woman, if she doesn't happen to be lucky and win the genetic lottery and be born very beautiful and attractive physically, then it's more difficult for her, because there isn't some easy solution for that to change your physical appearance and, to turn yourself into a perfect 10. Whereas for the man, it's easier in the sense that the man can work really hard. I mean, you have to put a lot of work in, so in that sense, it's not easy. But the man can work really hard and actually develop qualities like leadership skills and confidence, assertiveness, and these kinds of qualities that women find very, very attractive. You can do that. And that's exactly why game works for men and why game doesn't work for women. Why do women not do pickup? Have you ever wondered this? Because it wouldn't work for them. If pickup worked for women, they would do pickup. It doesn't work for them. It doesn't get them what they need. But it does work for men. So you have to understand this fundamental asymmetry within attraction. Because if you don't understand this, then your mind is not even going to allow for the possibility that you can turn yourself into an attractive man. I think the biggest inner game problem that I see today is that guys who think that just like, well, I'm not an attractive guy and there's nothing I can do to change that, because the only qualities that are attractive are my jaw shape and my muscle size and my dick size and my height, and that's it. That defines, maybe my face. That defines everything that is attractive about a man, and that just is what it is, and I can't change it, and therefore I'm stuck. Well, I got great news for you. I got some good news and bad news. The good news is that you can change that. The bad news is that, I don't mean you can change your face. I mean, you can change the fact that you're not attractive as a man. You can change that. You can make yourself attractive. The bad news is, though, that it's going to be a lot more difficult than you believe. And it's going to be emotionally painful to do that, because you're attached to being the kind of loser and unattractive guy that you have been for the last 10, 20, 30 years. You're attached to that lifestyle, and I'm telling you, you're going to have to change. You're going to have to significantly change your lifestyle, and you don't want to do that. So that's the bad news. But the good news is that if you bite that bullet and do it, then you'll become an attractive man.